This week's piece of the week is In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg. Grieg was a Norwegian composer and he wrote this piece for a play called Peer Gynt. While it's a classical piece and it was written in the 1800s, you've probably actually heard this because it's made an appearance on several TV adverts recently. If you look at the worksheet that I've given you, you'll also see there's a remix version where you can listen to that and it's like an updated version, and you can have a go at recognising the differences between the original and the remix. There's also plenty of questions about the original, including things like different instruments of the orchestra you can hear and see playing, what kind of choir you can hear singing and things like that. I've given you a little glossary as well on the worksheet of some of the terminology that you might need to look at if you're not sure about what some of the questions mean. And then we're going to come on now to learning the melody. Now this melody is kind of in what we call ternary form. So ternary form is in three sections, a bit like a sandwich. So you've got your bread, your filling and your bread again. So the two outer sections are the same. In this case, they're not actually identically the same, but they're very, very similar. So once you've learned that section A, you'll probably find the final section A easy to learn, and actually even section B follows kind of the same pattern, just starting on a different note. So let's have a look at how we're going to play this. What I'll do is I'll just play you first of all the section A from beginning to end, and then I'll go through it a little bit more slowly. So here it is, section A. Okay, now you'll remember that in the original piece, it does actually start off very slow and get quicker. So feel free to, well, in fact, you would need to practice this actually very slowly when you're learning it. So the beginning of section A is just going up the keyboard, starting on the D, or in fact, whichever instrument you're on. So we're going to start on a lowish D. I've written the notes on the worksheet for you, so follow them on there. We do have one or two black notes coming in now, a G sharp, and an E, and back to a G sharp, then a G, an E flat and a G. Okay, so that whole first line is. Okay, the second line. So notice there that towards the end of the line, I'm going up a little bit higher. It wouldn't sound quite right if you actually ended up going lower, so just be aware of that. Third and fourth lines are then the same, so I'll not demonstrate those. Then when we go on to section B, we kind of just move up the keyboard a little bit and we follow the same pattern. So have a listen to section B. Okay, so that is a very similar pattern, but starting on the note A. And the black note you've got in there this time is a C sharp, which is that one. Then what happens is you come back to section A. In fact, I'm calling it A1 because it's not exactly the same as the first section A. Have a listen to this bit. And again, notice that I ended there on the higher part of the keyboard, having started low. And you could try doing this lower on the piano, even down there, because actually if you do watch the original, you'll see that it does start at a very, very low pitch. So have a go at playing it in different parts of the keyboard or whichever instrument you practice it on. So hopefully you enjoy listening to the original, watching the original. Also do have a listen to the remix because it is quite fun, and you'll see how a modern musician has taken a classical piece and made it their own version. And there's also a bit of information you can read up about Grieg, who was the original composer of In the Hall of the Mountain King.